goes to the road team and the defending champs. The two-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, has 26 points. He knocks down 4 threes and ultimately gets the victory 123 to 108 against the San Antonio Spurs as we sit on the floor of the Frostbank Center. Welcome in. Come and join us. It was a fiesta today, and then it got thwarted by OKC. Maria Taylor alongside a couple of Hall of Famers, Carmelo Anthony and Vince Carter, here with you. And I say that because that first quarter, it was lights out. It was a 15-0 run. Listen, the Spurs were having their way. OKC, they showed some veteran leadership. They showed they have a lot of depth, and they walked the Spurs right back down, and that made the difference in this game.
Man, when you're talking about taking the test, and trying to figure out what that test is. It took a first quarter for Shai actually to figure out what was that test tonight coming into game 3. And he passed, and it seems like Shai is starting to become very, very comfortable against San Antonio defense.
And they do not get rattled.
Yeah, speaking of Shai.
Too cool. That boy tired.
Come on. Hey, my favorite thing is that they support you coming back out onto the court to join us here, Shai.
They still here.
They're still here.
Hey, OKC fans,
You
right
see
there.
them? There they go. Okay,
He said
Shai,
go to dinner.
I don't know if you can really hear me. Okay, but let's start with the 15-0 run. Then you guys walked your way back into this game. Walk me through what you guys learned throughout the beginning of the game that allowed you to have success throughout the rest of it.
Yeah, we honestly just wanted to compete. Down 15-0 and nothing's gonna happen in the snap of fingers to get back into the game. You just gotta compete and try to fight your way back into it. That's what we singly focused on, and we were able to give ourselves a chance. But yeah, Caruso, Jay Will, they came in and made a splash right away and really saved our group. They were good. They were special tonight.
Talk about your bench. When you go out, when Chet goes out, your bench steps up time after time, and you can see the trust. The Lakers series, they double. You're willing to get off the ball immediately, understanding that they'll make the game easier for you in the second half. Please talk about your bench.
Yeah, they do a great job of just being ready. Isaiah Joe barely played in a couple games. He comes in, makes a big shot, gets some big stops. And then the loud plays, obviously, Jerry McCain, Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso. But we just have in our locker room, it's next man up, no excuses, and we live and die by that, and guys just walk that walk every day. And so it's no surprise to us when they come out here and play big.
What is the difference between last year's postseason Shai and this year's postseason Shai? What is the shift in the mindset?
I've come to understand that this time of year, this late in the season, you can't force nothing. Teams are going to do a really good job. The personnel is really, really, really good on both ends of the floor of making you do what they want you to do. And when they do that, there is an answer to it, but you just can't force it. You got to take what they give you and trust the process. And I think I've done a good job of that. The head of the Snakes on our team have done a good job of that all year. And that's why last series we saw a lot of double teams. We played well through it. And in this series we're seeing it a little bit and we're playing well because of that.
We, the world, the people, know, think, and see how this team is good. Explain to the world why the Oklahoma City Thunder are so good, particularly when you're missing a guy like J-Dub. Why?
We have really good basketball players, first and foremost. Guys work their tail off, and they're really good at the game. And then in our locker room, we always say this, everybody's live. If there's something that you think you're good at on the basketball court, go out there and do it, and don't worry about nothing else. We try to give everyone confidence from the day they walk into the building. Jerry McCain's first game, I was like, bro, don't worry about nothing else besides you playing your game. And that's all that really matters, because on the biggest stages, we need guys confident and ready to make the next basketball play.
Yeah, my favorite thing is that you can tell him to calm down 1 minute, then he can show up and show out in the next minute, and that's what you needed from him in Game 3. I don't know if you saw the graphic, but it was 76 bench points. Yeah. More than impressive. But we haven't talked to you since you won the MVP for the second time straight. Listen, so can we just give you a little congratulations, little clap on the back for that? Listen, okay? But just talk to us about what it means, and then you're getting that award. And we talked about it even in Game 1. That was a lot that you had to go through emotionally to be there and then make it through a double overtime game to be at this point in the series. Just describe what that kind of whirlwind feels like for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. when all the emotions are going, when all the distractions are going, like when all the stress is at its highest level, I always just try to think like, what would the little kid Shai say being here today? You know what I mean? Like, I'm so blessed to be in this position, have these teammates, have these guys around me, my family around me, just to enjoy these moments. And so many people will kill to be in my shoes, and I'd be crazy not to take advantage and just be grateful for the moment.
I feel like another thing you would say is like, what would I tell Aries? What would I tell Aries? That's the question that you could be asking yourself too, right?
Dad had a good head on the shoulders, yeah.
When you go back in that locker room and you stand in front of your team, or you talk to your team, or let's just say practice film the next day, what do you say to the team to prepare them for Game 4? Because you understand what happens, for Game 4, how the San Antonio will come out.
Yeah.
What do you say, or what will be said in that locker room?
Yeah, we have to learn the mistakes, obviously, from the night. And that's what every game's about, whether you win or lose. Like, you got to look at the mistakes. Nobody plays a perfect game, and you got to get better from them. Yeah. And if you do that, you set yourself in the right direction first and foremost. And then, like, no matter what's going on, I'm going back. Guys have to be confident. Guys have to come out here like they're the best player in the world from 1 through 15 and act like it and give ourselves a chance.
Let's give Jalen Williams some love today. I mean, he came out today and had an incredible game, 5 for 7 from the field, shot the ball extremely well today. He gives you guys a different dynamic on your team. He can stretch the floor. He played defense. He's up in the pick and roll. Was that an emphasis coming into Game 3 to utilize Jalen Williams a lot more today?
I don't think it was like a specific emphasis, but I think like with the size they have and them playing double big, it just allowed us to play him more. Yeah. And then he competes.
Was ready.
Yeah, he just competes. Like when we were down 15-0, he was the first guy screaming in the timeout. Like he competes, and you need guys like that, especially when you're in situations like that. He came and he brought it right away. Like him and AC came off the bench and changed the game with the snap of his fingers. Without them, we don't win tonight, so hats off to those guys.
Especially on the road.
One more question then. So when y'all come into a game, you don't know whose game is about to be. It's just whoever takes the torch and runs with it?
Yeah, whatever. We all go out there and make the right, confident basketball play, and whatever happens, happens. Like
situational basketball.
They're going to have a game plan, and we're going to attack it and try to make the best basketball play for ourselves and each other and put ourselves in situations to be successful offensively. And then defensively, we know what we do. So, yeah, it could be anybody's night, any night.
All right, everyone's making their moves. Y'all had a checkmate tonight. Congratulations on the win. I know.
Man.
And also, coach, Shai, thanks for going in there and come back out to see us.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
I know.
Hey, we said no chance. No chance he coming back. He's
Shai's not coming back. That's a two-time MVP. We appreciate it, Shai. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. So there you go. Game 3 goes to that guy, the two-time MVP and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The fans still, I think they finally ushered him out a little bit. They have to go home eventually.
They got dinner dates.
Hey,
that's what Shai said. They need to go eat.
Listen, Shai came in here and ended the fiesta. Let's go into the podium. Mitch Johnson has just stepped up.
Mitch, game efforts by De'Aaron and Dylan, but how much were they hampered by those injuries? And De'Aaron now, how is he?
I haven't asked how they're doing. I'm sure they're beat up. They're giving us everything they got, so it's commendable, just the fight that they have. And it's that time of the year where guys are playing with more than bumps and bruises. So just tip the cap and ask as much as they can give.
No, Dylan's injury, of course, played into this, but the bench disparity, what's holding the bench back, particularly Keldon?
I don't think one thing here or there. I think we were really sharp to start the game, and, obviously didn't sustain it, and that wasn't sustainable how we started, but I thought we played very fast. And I think that's something that tapered off as the game went along, and we have to find a way to do that. And part of that's on me to help the whole group, not just the bench, but to continue to play fast and get out and get some easy opportunities. And then obviously thought we could have done a much better job of crashing the glass tonight, making more concerted effort. There's a lot of misses to go get, and we didn't get enough of them.
Coach Victor said last game that what you guys are getting from Shai or seeing from him isn't much different than just what he's capable of doing. I think he had a huge disparity in free throws between first and second half. Was it just him finding a rhythm? Was it something that changed on the defensive side for you guys?
You're asking about Shai's free throws?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome to NBA Today.
Undisciplined, first off the floor, he got us out of position and took advantage of it. So I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember all how he got all 12 free throws, but I know a few of them were defense, it felt like, up until that point. And it's tough because he gets to spots and he makes tough shots, but you got to keep fighting that urge to try to do more and stay with it. And, you know, you look at it, he's 6 for 17, which means whether he missed some shots or we made him tough or both, but those 12 free throws helped out a lot, and I can remember at least a few on my head right now that were undisciplined on our end.
Coach, the shooting under 32% from three appear to be some good looks in there, though. How much of that do you think is just ebbs and flows of sometimes the shots just don't fall and sometimes, or how much of that is what they were doing defensively as well?
Yeah, both. They did some great things defensively. Thought we got some good looks and didn't make them. Thought there were times tonight we were chasing the game a little bit. We weren't working the game and trying to settle in, especially when there was a lot of time left, even in the third quarter, in the end of the second quarter. And I thought we didn't just work the game enough in terms of just staying with it and trying to continue to get stops and then get good looks offensively and good possessions. Thought we got in a hurry a couple times and rushed ourselves. And that's what I meant by, you know, we didn't play fast enough, but then at the same time we were rushed. And so I got to make sure I help them more Sunday to try to get into a good place with that.
Mitch, what do you think the Thunder defense to kind of disconnect the guard play from getting the ball into Victor in the post consistently?
Well, they have multiple bodies in the paint all the time, so even if you put Victor or try to drive the ball with an advantage, you're going to see multiple bodies, so you got to be able to make the early pass, and sometimes you got to be okay with the second drive or the third drive or the second change of the sides to continue to work the possession and get a shot because they do a really good job. And then as you get that shot, you got to step up and take it because you're probably not going to get another good one. So it's a delicate balance that we got a little indecisive and in between tonight on both ends.
Coach, Victor played 39 minutes today. I think he almost didn't come out of the floor in the second half. Can you talk about the challenge of the minutes without him and what's difficult maybe for the team? I think he's +4, so minus 20 without him on the floor.
Yeah, obviously, you know, we're better with him on the floor, and we got to be better when he's not on the floor. And that was a lot of everything that I've said up to this point. I think in terms of him playing those minutes, the game was really slow. A lot of fouls. So not all minutes are created equal, in my opinion, in terms of the game flow and how they're going. Now, 39 minutes isn't easy, don't get me wrong, but I thought the second half took a different personality, so it allowed him to play through maybe some extra stints that he typically didn't play if the game was faster.
Coach, what are you seeing down the stretch when you guys bring it within 10 points and just can't seem to quite close that gap further?
They're really good. And so they got us with some fouls when we try to make some runs. We missed some shots. And again, I thought before we got to the end of the game, we were chasing that a little bit, I guess is what I was trying to allude to earlier in terms of, you know, there's no 10-point shot. And there was times, you know, in the third quarter where we just got a little bit ahead of ourselves, whether we were rushing or trying to not be as sharp with our execution. And it felt like, you know, you get there late, we do a great job. We got great guys with high character and are very competitive. And so they're going to fight till the end. But there's a lot that goes into that before the end, and that's a tough team to play out of a hole against. They know how to close games. They've been doing it for a while now.
You want to be physical with him. You want to make things tough for him. He still shot 8 for 15, pretty efficient, but they're just trying to wear him down, making things tough for him, not letting him float, run freely, to do what he wants, because when he does, we saw what he did in game one. The difference has been, like you talked about in the pregame, body him up, push him around, beat him around, make sure he's seeing multiple guys. That's why I thought De'Aaron Fox was a great addition to them to open the floor up. We saw it early.
LeBron James, he is heading into an offseason as an unrestricted free agent. And of course, yes.
Points, but only 4 rebounds for Wemby. They were +4 with him on the floor, -19 when he was on the bench, but now he is at the podium. Take a listen to what he had to say to the media.
Mitch noted how you guys started off so well pace-wise, but then it tapered off. What prevented you guys from keeping that pace up and just not sustaining that strong start?
I don't know. The explanation doesn't sound more complicated than this. I will have to watch the film again.
De'Aaron and Dylan had game efforts. How difficult was it seeing them obviously not being 100%?
Yeah, it pains me to see them in pain. I trust that they're going to be healthy soon and come back. But they should take care of their health. It's, of course, it's, I mean, as always, like we did in game one, we're going to have them back.
Gotten a lot of defensive attention your whole career all year, but has it felt the last couple of games like it's harder to get space, like they're crowding you a little more, making it more difficult on you?
I feel like I have trouble making my teammates better right now. If that's what I should do better. My shooting splits aren't terrible. I need to be more of a team player.
Vic, there were a couple times tonight where Castle was fouled on a fast break and seemed like there was some frustration between him and Devin, maybe all of you guys. You know, you've obviously been in that situation when they're clawing at you and facing that physicality. What's that balance like? Being frustrated, but needing to kind of keep your composure?
Oh, no, there's no place for frustration. It's annoying, of course, but we're going to use that, you know, as energy.
Vic, their whole defense seems to be geared towards getting between the guards getting you the ball and you getting to the ball. You've always been able to, like, reach over people or dance around people or whatever. You always had some physical advantage. What do you think they're doing to limit that, and what do you think you need to find within you to get over what they've been doing?
I mean, they're being physical. The difference maybe with this team is their experience. They may be being more smart about it. But we just got to find the answers. We're going to watch film. We're going to figure it out.
Related to that, Vic, the first time that you guys are facing a deficit in these playoffs, curious to see if you're gunning for Sunday and a response here in Game 4.
Of course. I mean, it's my first playoffs. It's the first playoffs for many of us. Of course, there was going to be hard trials, you know. It's to be expected. But now we're going to see what we're made of.
Victor, a moment ago you said that you to your left. A moment ago you said that you felt you needed to be a better teammate. What do you mean by that exactly, and how can you be that?
Facilitate better, you know, rebound the ball better, get more, you know, like push their defense a little bit further and see how much they're willing to help off of my teammates and feed them.
You know, throughout the season, your bench has been a huge boost for you guys, and now you're in a series where their bench has a big disparity. Is there anything you guys can do to address that?
I feel like each and every one of us got to be better. It's yeah, I think it's just as a team, as an organization, when there's a lot of new experiences, we're just gonna have to find the answers.
Victor, you spent your offseason challenging yourself in the way you train, and it seems like you're always doing everything you can to find harder challenges. So now that you're in this point of your career where you're facing probably the biggest challenge you faced in the NBA, how do you feel right now?
I feel good. My shape, I'm in good shape, you know. I don't have no red alert on my body, so it's good. Got to sustain this shape.
No red alert on Wemby's body. Red alert, though, for the OKC bench. Listen, the Thunder bench outscoring the Spurs by 119 points through these last 3 games. That's the largest margin in the first 3 games of a series since starters were first tracked back in 1970-71. Look at Jared McCain, his 24 points. That came off the bench. That's a playoff career high. And remember, he was traded to OKC from Philly in January, and you heard Shai talking about it at the top of the show. We've embraced him ever since he showed up here, and there's this confidence that this team is able to just inject into any player that goes onto the floor. That's unique. It's something that we don't always see.
You don't see that, and you don't see that coming from the head guy most of the time, right? But I also think that's what makes OKC organization great. They communicate. They allow themselves to be transparent from the front office all the way down to the coaches, to the players. What Shai was referring to as far as allowing the guys to come in and do what they do and be who they are, you could go to other situations and they box you in. We only want you to do this. This is your role, and it don't allow you to flourish and do what you do best. OKC allow the guys to do what you do best. If you make mistakes, we'll back it up. We'll clean it up for you. But go out there and play and do what you do best.
Yeah, but they get to do what they do best while understanding the big picture.
Absolutely.
This guy is the MVP, and he's that. But he empowers them by doing so as well. So he backs what the organization is wanting from their players. And that's easy, because it's easy to say from the top down, say, go out there and do your thing, but still the players got to be in the locker room. The players have to buy into it. And I think when your best player, your MVP, buys into it and encourages it, comes on live TV to talk about it, it's easy after that, and it's no hesitation for your guys to be the next man up, because it's easy to say the next man up, but not understanding or having the confidence to do what you naturally can or want to do or need to do for the team.
Yeah.
In this situation, it is easy for them to do so.
Yeah, and remember, this is coming off of them not having J-Dub in the starting lineup. And
That's why I
remember,
asked that question.
A.J. Mitchell's the guy who usually comes off the bench and is a huge spark plug. He had to start in this game. What did he finish with? Just 2 points. And so the bench shows up and scores 76 points. I don't know if we can say enough great things about Sam Presti and the team
76 to 23
that he's built, right?
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying I want to give credit to the organization, too, and what they've built, the behemoth that they built, because you need those guys in a series like this when you're trying to wear a team down.
When you're talking about the type of caliber of players and individuals that come through OKC, MVPs come through that door. All defensive team players come through that door. 6 man of the years come through that door. And by the way, you have a young coach in Coach Dago who understands how to make these type of adjustments, and it's showing. It goes from the top, man. When the organization is aligned and it goes from the top and there's one message, then everybody is able to just be comfortable in who they are. And Sam Presti allowed those guys to do that. Coach Dago allowed those guys to do that. And then everybody's just comfortable with playing basketball.
Simple as that. It's just as simple as that. And I think it makes it easy to go recruit or to retool or reload when you're going in free agency, because everybody wants to be a part of something like this. As long as you're willing to buy in, it's easy for you to buy in, because you just go out here and be yourself, but understanding who this guy is and how transparent and open-minded he is.
Absolutely.
He is rooting for you. It's not like you don't have to say, we don't have to go talk about a superstar player that, puts a battery in these guys' back and all that, because it's natural. It seems like it starts from the summer before training camp starts.
Yeah. He's like, if you want the torch, take it. I back you up. And that's something that's unique to have.
Ain't taking the torch.
But
you want a light? You want a little bit of the flame?
But you can have the torch in the first quarter. You can have it in the first half. Just understand.
Listen.
When there's 6 minutes left on that fourth quarter,
I am the clutch player of the year and the 2-time MVP. Don't forget it.
Let your boy do his thing.
76 points for the bench. That is a playoff franchise record, and part of that was Jared McCain, who had 24 of those points. That's a playoff career high. He's at the podium now.
Hello. Hey, Jared. Mark was just talking about the mentality and the poise that you guys coming in off the bench had, particularly in that first quarter. I was wondering if you could just kind of take me inside of what's going through you as you check into the game, and you're in a bit of a hole early, but just seemed like you guys maintained poise and resilience.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into this game, especially at home for them, it's going to be loud, it's going to be crazy, but being able to weather a storm, we talk about it a lot. AC and K-Race talk about it a lot, and at that timeout, I think they were up like 15-0 or something. Just being able to be calm, be poised in that situation, and give each other confidence, give each other energy, and know that we're going to throw another punch, and we're to come back.
Jared, the other night Caruso said that it's that time of year, if you're not fearless, then you're probably going to lose and go home. But you've never played this late in the year, and yet all series you've sort of driven with Wemby in the lane. You've taken whatever shot you felt like. Where is this sort of fearlessness coming from?
I think it just stems from when I was younger. My family, they give me that confidence, my support system. I feel like I've played in big games, whether it's in high school or Duke, and definitely not the Western Conference Finals, but being able to just take that confidence and be fearless. Like, this is, I love this so much. Like, I love what my life is right now, and being able to play and contribute at this level, I never want to take it for granted. And so whatever opportunity I get, I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to try and execute my best. I truly love this, and I think that's why I just can go in there and just be fearless and trust myself.
When Sam traded for you at the deadline, is this at all what you sort of envisioned your first season being like here?
Well, I knew we would definitely be a great team. I didn't know how much I'd be contributing. Definitely just trying to. When I first got traded, I think most of it was just trying to learn from the best, since they won it already. And so, being able to contribute early and learn from them already has been a blessing for me. And so, being able to contribute, I don't know if I expected it, but I definitely am ready for it.
Jared, you had the assist to Jay Will on the 4-point play there, celebrated with him afterward. I just wonder, the bench was so big tonight. Both of you guys played a large part. Can you talk me through that play and just kind of that moment with them after it?
Yeah, I mean, those are huge momentum shifters, especially getting to quiet down the crowd. And, being able to pass to Jay Will like that. He was hot all night. And so being able to get him the ball and him knock it down and get fouled, it's an awesome momentum shift. And got to celebrate with my brothers for sure.
Justin Martinez with the Oklahoma. You mentioned when you were younger. What are your earliest memories of watching playoff basketball as a kid, and just how would you describe the feeling of getting to experience it now firsthand?
Yeah, I think the earliest of watching playoff basketball, I want to say 2011. I think I was at 7. I remember walking into my parents' room and seeing, was that Lakers? Was Lakers in there? Probably. I remember walking in there and seeing my brother and my dad watching it, and I'm kind of lost at that age. I was lost, but I remember watching and seeing Kobe, and Kobe's been my favorite player since I started playing basketball. So I always gravitated towards him and his mentality, and so I think that was my earliest memory.
Remember, Jared McCain only played 23 games this rookie season because of a torn meniscus. Great to see him on this stage performing well. Let's check out the early at 8 Eastern, and we'll get it started at 7 with NBA Showtime. All right, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. They're going to shift to Cleveland. That's where they're 6-1. They are 2-7 on the road so far this playoffs. And by the way, they've been down 0-2 before. It happened against the Pistons. It went to 7 games. Do you think this is a situation where the Cavs can get a win at home against the Knicks?
I like this energy right here.
Yeah. He turned towards you, so I was like, I'm going to just go with him.
He's like, what you think?
Yeah.
I said in the pregame show, I feel like the first 6 minutes are extremely important for them. Game 1, we saw them build a big lead and give it away, but they're at home. And I feel like at this point they need some home cooking. 6-1 at home, they feel comfortable. They can find their way and their confidence at home. And I feel like their big 3 need to step up and have big games. And I'm not just a Donovan. I just don't think this is just a Donovan Mitchell game. This is an Evan Mobley game or James Harden. I think it's a big 3 game.
Yes.
They have to put their imprint on the game from start to finish, whether it's 2 of them in the first quarter, 1, however it needs to be done. I think they need to figure out how they can put their foot on the gas from start to finish between that trio.
Yeah, because Knicks' defense they're relentless right now. So I think James have to score in the 20s. I think Donovan have to continue doing what he's doing. I also would like to see Cleveland play through Mobley a little bit more. He had a quiet, efficient game.
Yes.
Game 2. I would like to see them play through Mobley a little bit more, get him involved into the game a lot earlier, not just let him go out there and find his game, but showcase him a little bit early on in the game.
Yeah.
I also think shooters have to shoot. So what those guys do it, because if their guys can make shots, that loosens that defense a little bit. But the Knicks defense has been fantastic. They're hitting on all cylinders. They're taking away their stars while getting the shooters. Like, that's tough to do, and they're doing just that. But I just think the big 3 must do what they do, and then when they have to get off the ball, those guys, Strus, Merrill, everyone has to be ready to shoot and knock down shots.
And they did miss a ton of shots.
They did.
In Cleveland's defense, they missed a ton of shots in that game, too. So I doubt if they missed those same amount of shots, that amount of shots in Game 3.
Yeah, listen, this postseason, they're scoring about 10 points more at home. They're shooting about 10% better from 3 and the field, which is very impressive. They need that home cooking really, really bad. Let's talk about the Knicks a little bit more. We keep talking about the point differential and the fact that they've outscored their opponents during this 9-game win streak by 212 points. It's more than impressive. But what I think about is when we came out onto the court and we talked about how it seemed a little off-kilter for the Knicks towards the end of the regular season. And at some point, everything just shifted into gear, and it's all been working in the postseason.
It's because they've been built for the postseason. And they,
go ahead.
I've said this from game one. They've been built for the postseason.
Say what? Say really why.
Because they have everything that you actually really need in the basketball team. They have shooting. They have defense. They have the heart of the garden. They got 3-and-D guys. Mikal Bridges, after that first couple games against the Atlanta series,
hello, you're not saying it.
He's been phenomenal. Cat is playing extremely well. I like him.
Why?
What you mean why?
Give me the why.
You might have to say it.
Why is who playing well?
Cat.
Cat is playing well. I'm gonna tell you why Cat is playing well. Because Mike Brown implemented the Warriors offense, right? So now you put him in that Draymond Green spot at the top of the key. Cat could pass the ball extremely well. He got vision. He could see. And he's a threat. He's a three-point shooter. He's a threat. So you have to guard that. So when you're going down there and they doing them pin downs and pin aways and, misdirections, floppy and all of that, then Cat is in a one-on-one situation at the top of the key that can take it off the dribble, can shoot the three, or he can pass it. But somebody's going to mess up on them back screens.
You used one word when we started to see the shift, and that was unlocked. And it unlocked Cat. Unlocking Cat unlocked their offense.
Absolutely.
It unlocked Bridges.
Yeah.
And from there on, you see the shift offensively and defensively. Because, we as athletes, we as players sometimes, we just need the ball. We need to see the ball go in sometimes. It's easy to say, let your defense, take care of your offense sometimes, whatever, or vice versa. They're scoring the ball at a high clip, which is now taking their defense to another, because every time the ball's going, they get to set their defense.
Right.
They get to set their defense, and their defense set has been top notch.
Vince, you're losing your voice a little bit. Do you think that's because you've been golfing too much on this trip?
He's out here
What do you think,
golfing.
Mike?
What does that have to do this morning?
You got like hay
tomorrow
fever or something. I
morning?
don't know what's going on.
He flew in
I
and
don't know why
started
you can't
golfing
talk.
at night.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why you need some tea. You sound like Mitch Johnson.
I was excited.
And Doc Rivers.
I'm excited about the game.
All you've been doing is golfing.
We've been talking about a lot of basketball. I'm excited, man.
Hey, listen, T-Mac, we miss you. Come on back.
Yeah,
come on
back,
back.
man.
This is usually the time when he takes over and I don't get to say anything.
starts walking off.
He starts walking off. Listen, Game 3 goes to the defending champs and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the two-time MVP. The good news is we get Game 4 right here. No fiesta, but an opportunity for the Spurs.